powerful and purposeful, being a true testament that everything I've been through, am going through, and will go through has just been a blessing in disguise, and paving the way for Jasmine Lynn Enterprises to be known around the world. I'm an author, speaker, minister, Black mental health matters advocate, and God's voice for the millennial generation. I am Jasmine Lynn Pope, and I am turning my wildest dreams into the greatest reality. Hey everyone, it is your girl Jasmine Lynn Pope, and here we are for another episode of Purpose Talk. Oh, I hope that you guys enjoyed last week. I've gotten so much great feedback. For those of you who may have missed the beginning of it or didn't know, that sermon was from almost 3 years ago. 3 years ago in January. This upcoming January will be that I became a licensed minister. And so just to bring that word back and really realize how true it remains almost 3 years later shows that we serve a God who can bring a right now word back even from a time before, right? And so I'm just grateful that he gave me that word. And for anyone who may have missed it, just know that it is time for you to get your strength back. Strength is not you going to the gym and working it out and, building muscle, but it's really about you getting your strength through God, getting your faith back, getting that belief that he has called you for a great purpose and a great time for a great reason. And so, if you missed it, make sure that you go back on the Jasmine Lynn Enterprises page. You can go on YouTube, Jasmine Lynn Pope. You can catch it there. But you need that word, especially as we get prepared in these last few months to go into 2021. You need to get your strength and get ready for whatever God has for you. So once again, I just want to thank you for being here, tuned in on another Saturday or maybe Sunday or whatever day it is that you are watching. I don't take it lightly that you joined in. And so, at the beginning of last week, I had announced that Blessings in Disguise is expanding, and so I'm here today to let you know that we have the key. So we will officially be moving into the office in the next week or so, getting that together so that we can transition clients over there and just do more great, amazing content and so many other things. So make sure that you stay in tune, because we are going to do something amazing for that move and transition. And so I'm just excited for what God is doing in my life, and definitely what God is doing in each and every one of your lives. And so I am believing in the scripture, Mark 11:24, whatsoever things that you desire when you pray, believe that you have received them and you shall have them. I believe that God is giving me everything that he needs me to have. And I believe he's doing the same for you. So just make sure you stay in a faithful position, not in a fearful position, but in a faithful position to get everything that God has for you. And so before we get into today's show, I just want to shout out this amazing, beautiful woman from Detroit, Michigan. Her name is Linasia Angelina. I had her on my Instagram live a few days ago. She has a book called The Balance Book. So I'd like to shout out authors or other entrepreneurs who are doing great and amazing things. And so we had an amazing conversation as we talked about mindset and faith, perspective, all great things, entrepreneurship, mental health. We talked about everything that is very important to me. And so I got her book. I've actually been actively using it and just getting my own mindset together, right? Like, not that it's in a bad place. I think, I might have said it a few shows ago, but, everybody is telling me how optimistic I am in this time in my life. And, I'm just in such a good space. But you can never not keep putting in the work, right? Because that's what the enemy is waiting for. He is waiting for that moment where you are off your game, your faith isn't strengthened, you're not praying and being intentional about hearing God's voice and just being who he called you to be, right? And so every tool that we can utilize and that's in line with what God has for us, right? Because so many times we are going to all these conferences and watching all these videos and reading all these books, and they're not really in line with where God has us to be. But I believe that this book is a part of my journey into 2021 and getting myself into a even better place for what God has for my life. So make sure that you check her out, Lanesia.Angelina on Instagram, Lanesia Angelina on all other platforms. She is phenomenal. Make sure you go back and check out the IGTV video and listen to that and get those gems that she dropped. She dropped 5 A's. So I'm not going to give them to you here because you need to go there and listen to it. But 5 A's that you need to help you on your day-to-day journey. So let's take a quick commercial break and then we'll be right back to get into today's topic. Hey guys, this is a quick commercial break just to let you know that I wrote a book. Yep, that's right. Your girl Jasmine wrote a book and it is titled In the Middle, Learning How to Navigate the Process to Purpose. In this book, you get a real life touch with seeing how I've gone through my life and how I was able to use the various experiences that I've gone through to find my purpose, as well as spiritual, inspirational, and motivational messages that will help encourage you to find your purpose and walk fully in that or take it to the next level. This book is something that you need in your possession. It's for you, it's for your girlfriends, it's for your guy friends, it's for your church groups, it's for whoever. So make sure you go to the website www.blessingsinthesky.com and get your copy today. In the Middle, Learning How to Navigate the Process to Purpose. You need this. All right, let's get back to the show. All right, guys, so we are back from our commercial break and I am ready to jump right on in to today's topic. So let's go for it. So you guys know most of the time I get these show ideas, topics, all of that while I'm driving in my car. And so the car is just really that space where sometimes I don't even have the radio on. I'm not listening to any podcast. I'm just zoned out, just being in the moment, and God will speak and he will say something. And so I really wasn't even thinking about the show in the moment that he started speaking to me, but the topic or the kind of focus he gave me was, I'm not ready for 2021 yet. And I was like, whoa, what? Like, yes, we are. Like, we're ready to get into the new year. I'm ready to see what you have for me. And he was like, no, you're not ready for 2021 yet. Okay, guys, you got to explain this to me because I need to, truly make sure that I'm understanding you. I'm in a point in my life where I try to make sure I have all the right clarity before I speak, right? Because so many times we hear something and we're ready to respond. We hear something and we're ready to jump to the defense and have all the answers. And I'm learning that sometimes you just need to hear people out. You need to hear what they have to say because they might not be saying what you think that they're saying, right? And if I feel like they're saying what I think they're saying and not really listening to what they're saying, then I'm misconstruing what they're saying, and that leads to miscommunication, right? And so these are things that I can control, that we can control as we talk to people. And so, making sure that we're not just on the go, ready to have that quick response, but truly being intentional and listening to the conversation, right? So I was like, okay, God, let me listen to you first before I jump in with what I have to say. And so he was like, you're not ready for 2021. None of your viewers, people who will listen to this today or even on December 30th or whenever it is going to be ready for 2021 unless they go through what I need them to go through, unless they get what I need them to get, unless they hear from me what I need them to hear from me here in 2020, right? And so with the way that this year has been, and with, excuse me, Thanksgiving is coming, Christmas is coming, we're ready for New Year celebrations, and everybody is like, 2021 has to be better than 2020. 2021, I'm gonna get this and I'm gonna do that and blah blah blah, and it's all this stuff, this focus on 2021. But God is saying, I need you to focus right here in 2020. You're trying to move too far ahead of what I have scheduled for you and for your life. You're trying to do things that you don't even know that they're truly ordained for your life, because you are looking at all of the circumstances. You are looking at all of the situations. You're allowing your feelings and your emotions to get to you, when I need you to be here in faith. Listen to me clearly. I need you to be right here, excuse me, in this moment in faith, knowing that I am the God who knows all, hears all, sees all, does all, and controls all. And so I have a plan, a purpose, and a destiny for your life right here in this moment. And you are going to miss it. I may miss it. Your friends may miss it if we keep trying to rush into 2021. Meet this moment right where it is. You will be watching this whenever, whether it's October 27th for me as I'm recording this, or it's November 11th, whenever you have a chance or a moment to listen to this, you need to meet the moment of where you are. Too many times we are either trying to go too far back into the past, as Lanesia talked about in our live. We're going back to the past and trying to figure out the what ifs and the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, when you can't change any of that anyway. Right? So you're causing yourself stress by trying to figure out things that you cannot change. Or you're trying to move forward days, weeks, months, years ahead in your life, causing yourself anxiety for something that you can't make happen yet. We have to be right here in this moment in order to get what God has for us. And I know for many of us, it has been a rough year. We have lost people that meant the world to us. We have had to endure being sick with a virus that, there's no medication for, really. Doctors, say one thing today, say another thing tomorrow. We are living in a time where we can't just go out as freely. We can't do what we want to do. We can't go out at certain times. We're at risk and worried about, are we going to be shut down again, and all of those different things. But God is saying, we are so focused on the circumstances that are in this moment that we're missing Him. We are missing Him because we won't just sit still. We won't just sit and listen. We won't stay attentive to what He is trying to show us. That has nothing to specifically do with what is COVID trying to show us, right? I stopped worrying about COVID a long time ago. If it was meant for me, it would have been. If it's meant for you, it will happen. But I'm not speaking that over any of us, right? But what I can do is make sure that I'm in this moment focused so I can hear what God is trying to say. What is He trying to do in my life? And not that He has to do anything specific as far as blessing me with something, right? Yes, the business expansion and all of that is great, but what is God trying to do right in this moment in my life to make me a better person? What is He trying to do to get my faith in the right position so that I continue to believe in Him, so that I continue to strive to be a better person, so that I continue to be the light that is necessary for this day and this time in which He has called me to, that He has called you to. So while we're sitting around focused on all of the wrong things, God says, I need you to just focus on me. Be attentive to me. Get back into my word. Get your prayer time together. Get your time of meditation together. If you need to fast, then do that. If there's books that I'm telling you that you need to read, I need you to get in that book, because there's something that I need you to get right here in this moment that you are going to miss because you're so worried about everything else. Now is not the time to be in distress. Now is not the time to lose heart and lose hope and lose faith. Now is the time for you to get all of that together. Because if not, then you enter 2021 the same way that you were in 2020. And I don't know about you, but there's some things that I don't want to take into 2021. I've carried them too long. I've held on to them too long. I've focused on them too long. I've endured them too long. And so before I rush into 2021, in this moment, I want God to do the work that he needs to do on the inside of me to get rid of all of that stuff. So if it's depression, it's gotta go. If it's anxiety, it's gotta go. If it's frustration, it's gotta go. Financial issues, it's gotta go. If it's past relationships that I'm still holding on to, it's gotta go. Unforgiveness, bitterness, jealousy, whatever it is, it's got to go, because it can't go into 2021 with me. It cannot go. And so if that's the case, then I need to be right here in 2020 doing the work to get it out of me, off of me, whatever it is, right? And so that requires us to do something. Too many times we try to avoid doing what is necessary to get us to the next level. Everybody wants to level up. We want to take our businesses to the next level, our careers to the next level. We want our families to go to the next level. We always want to go to the next level, but that requires work. And no, it's not the work of necessarily just putting your business plan together and getting an office or getting your bank account, your EIN and your LLC and all of that. It's internal work that you have to do. Being a successful entrepreneur has very little to do with the skill set that you have. Skill set is great, right? We all have our own set of skills that we need to do whatever it is that we need to do, and that's beyond entrepreneurship, right? But if you don't have the right mindset, if you don't have the belief that God called you to do this thing and that you can do it with grace and effectiveness and with a level of persistence and perseverance and just all of that stuff that you need to do it, you won't level up. But too many times people are fearful of doing the work that is necessary. When I opened up Blessings in Disguise Counseling, well, before I opened up Blessings in Disguise Counseling and Coaching, there was one specific thing that God told me I had to do. One. It wasn't get a business coach. It was not to read a book on business. It wasn't to get a certification or to do a CEU training or any of the things that are required for the business or, the position and the title that I have. It was, you have to go back to therapy. And I was like, but God, I'm okay. I'm good. And he was like, absolutely not. You have to go back to therapy, because if you do not go, you will sit in that office and instead of helping people, you will be bleeding on them, because you will be putting your issues and your insecurities and your faults and all the things that you have not yet dealt with onto them. And that is not your job. When I am trying to build you to a place where you are used as a light for me, when you are used to bring healing to other people, you have to be in a place of being healed. Healed is what he said. And so I was like, okay, well, God, I don't know who to go to, because, this is a different situation, different thing. I feel like I need something new. And he was like, just take the step, and I will show you who the right person is. So I say that to you to say, you have to get the healing that you need. Therapy is one of God's greatest gifts that he could have ever given us. And I don't say that because I'm a therapist and this is my livelihood. I say it because I've seen it work. I've put in the work on the other side and sitting in someone else's office and sitting on their couch and pouring my heart out and dealing with the hard things that I didn't want to deal with. Things that I didn't even realize from childhood were still bothering me and getting to me and being a burden to me and having a negative effect on the mindset that I had, or sometimes still even have, right? Because we're not perfect. It doesn't all necessarily go away, but I've got better skills and tools now than what I did a few years ago to be able to handle that, to be able to endure that, right? So going to therapy is not terrible. I will advocate for it to the death of me because I've seen it work. Not because I'm sitting here as a therapist, but I've seen it work for so many people. To hear and see the testimonies of people from all over this world, not because of me, but in general, talk about how they were able to let things go and see their lives change and the lives of their families change because they took that step. Because they took that step and got the healing that they need. Maybe you don't feel comfortable talking to a therapist. Maybe your pastor is the person that you would want to talk to. He or she can help you. They can help give you skills and tools. And I believe there are a lot of pastors out here who aren't just telling you to pray it away. They're not just telling you, I'm going to lay hands on you and we're going to just declare and decree that it's over. But they are very intentional with what they want to give you to help you navigate these waters that you're going through, to seek the get the healing that you need so that you can do what you are called to do. Maybe it's not a therapist, maybe it's not a pastor, maybe you need a life coach, someone to hold you accountable to the things that you want to work on. They can help you change your mindset. They can give you a new perspective. They can also help you build skills and tools that will help you change yourself. Not ready to talk to another person? Get in your word. Get in your word. Get books that are topical to the situations that you're enduring. Look up scriptures that are topical to what you're enduring. Get a good commentary to be able to assist you so that you can learn what the word is really saying, not from a fleshly perspective or not from a regular dictionary perspective, but understanding the context of the word and the way that it was written and given so that you can make change in your life. Nevertheless, no matter what it is, you have to put in the work. I can't do it for you. Your mom can't do it for you. Dad can't do it for you. Pastor, brother, sister, cousin, teacher, coach, mentor, whoever it is. They can't do the work for you. You have to do it for yourself. I just pray that as we are still working towards this time of preparing ourselves for 2021, that we don't miss the mark by rushing ahead of what God is trying to do in our lives here in 2020. I believe that in these last 2 months of the year, we are going to see so many great and amazing things come in our lives. We might still endure some tests and some trials, some loss, some hurt, some heartache, some pain, but I promise you that if you shift your mindset, if you ask God, what do I need to learn in this moment? Versus the woe is me and the pity party and the I'm just so upset that I can't pray and I can't talk to God and all that. No, those are the moments where we need to draw closer to Him. We're so quick to run to Him when things are good. But can you run to Him when it's not? That is the true testament of your faith. That is the true place where you're saying, God, I believe in you even when I don't understand everything that is going on around me. We are not ready for 2021 because there's some things that we need to get right here, right now in 2020. I pray that this message has blessed you. We're going to take another quick commercial break and we'll be right back to end the show. One of the gifts that God gave me was the ability to use my voice to impact the generations. He gave me an ability to be able to speak on a variety of topics, but especially those that are most important to me. Those topics deal with mental health.
I am honored to be able to be a speaker within the state of Ohio as well as nationally, sharing this gift with so many women. And so I just wanted to come and share a few opportunities that you have to be able to hear me speak. So the first one is for the Daughters Den, which is a nonprofit organization which serves as an intergenerational healing space for Black women and girls. And they are having an online virtual kickoff on Sunday, November the 1st of this year, from 12 to 3 p.m. And you can register for that event at thedaughtersden.org/kickoff-retreat. My friend Quanisha Gibson is the CEO of this nonprofit organization, and I'm just so honored to be able to share with her and her entire team, as well as all of the attendees and the other phenomenal speakers who will be a part of this event. This is a free event, so make sure that you get registered ASAP. And then the following weekend, I will also be speaking for the Professional Pretty Conference, which is hosted by my sister and my business coach, Morgan A. Owens of the Morgan A. Owens brands out of Cincinnati, Ohio. This is a conference that is so amazing because it not only speaks to those of us who are in entrepreneurship, but it speaks to the professional woman, and helps us to just make sure that we have all the skills and the tools that we need to be the boss babes that we are. And so this conference incorporates a relaxation night as well as a main day of conferences, the main day of the conference, speakers, as well as on Sunday, a self-care day, which is where I will be speaking. So make sure that you go to eventbrite.com, type in Professional Pretty Conference, and you will find all of the information there to make sure that you get registered. Jasmine is speaking at these events, and I want to be able to see you on the screen when I'm doing these events. So make sure that you go to both of the websites, thedaughtersden.org as well as eventbrite.com, and type in Professional Pretty and make sure you get registered. You don't want to miss these events. All right, let's get back to the show.
All right, guys, so we are back and we're here to close the end of the show. I want to thank you all for tuning in to another intimate and purposeful conversation here on Purpose Talks. I enjoy doing these each and every week and being able to share them with you. It's just so many things I could say and I'm at a loss for words, but I'm just ready for whatever the rest of this year has in store for us. And so once again, we are not ready for 2021 because we are focused on getting everything that God has for us in the end of 2020. If you have not done so already, make sure that you if you're on Facebook, make sure that you've shared this post, send it to your friends, comment, tag, like, all that good stuff on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to my channel as well as like and comment on this video. And just please let me know if there is something that you would like me to talk about on the show. Once again, I'm not here to just be here, but I'm here to help you. And if there's something that would be of benefit to you and those around you, I am willing to research it and make sure that it fits with the direction of this show, and just making sure that I stay in tune to the vision that God has given for me or given to me for this show. But nevertheless, once again, thank you, and we will be back same time, same place with another great show for Purpose Talk. I hope that you all have a good, whatever it is from whenever you're watching, a good rest of your day, a good night, a good morning, whatever. Just make sure you make it great. Love y'all. Talk to y'all soon. Take care.